fuck you. But now it's like, oh yeah, I definitely want a certain size, and I want to be able to say it easily.
Yeah, I have all different size. I like them for different things, but I don't know what any of them are.
I got all different
Oh, looks like
sizes.
Adam's ready.
I got all different sizes of this.
You're just mad you
this
can't
paper.
read.
This paper.
I guess it doesn't matter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That makes it work even if he can't read alright.
Wildly Uninteresting Podcast, episode 159. With Adam, Ian, and Sarah. Welcome back to the show. Knocking the dust off these mics. How you doing?
It's been like since November, hasn't it?
It's such a long time.
Let's see. I think I actually...
You know, and
yeah, November 20th was the last time.
Have you ever had something big happen in your life and then, like, you notice that nobody gives a shit, right?
Yeah, all the time.
Nobody calls you. Mm-hmm. Nobody's like, hey, how are you?
Yeah. What was yours? Did I not call you?
Are you thinking about committing suicide? Any of that, right? It's kind of like this. Like, it's a situation like that, right? Where you stopped the podcast, you had like 20 something people that would like listen, everyone, right? Yeah. Nobody once asked like, hey, what's going on with the podcast? Yeah. Everybody's like, thank God you quit that.
Yeah. We needed a break just as much as them.
Kristen has wondered.
Well, there's not, you don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah.
Here in a
back,
month,
bitch. Turn it up.
Hey.
This will finally be edited in a month and then put out, so that's cool.
Yes.
That's right. It'll be 4 more weeks and you'll get to watch this.
Yes.
But you won't know because you'll be watching it, so it'll just...
Yeah.
Welcome back.
And then you'll think 4 weeks from the time you're watching it,
yeah,
I'm watching it. What's with the wait?
So we had COVID. We took a week break.
I forgot about that.
We came back. We got COVID from that break, and then like after that, we had things that popped up. You finally had a child that is into the world, and you got your hands full. And then I think it's just a lot of it. You know, I think people get busy, and then that's what happens. You know.
Well, and watching Grays is...
Yeah.
Grace
definitely takes a front seat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Getting to the bottom of this show. But that,
so
you know, I think that a lot of people don't realize that we did it for what?
3 years.
3 years straight for like no breaks every single week. And then it takes a lot to put into like doing it and like sitting down to do it and then the week in day that it takes. And then, you know, I think a lot of people, you know, give up before then. So here's to not giving up.
It's a pretty big commitment. If I had to mix any of this crap down, like upload it and shit, no. We would have been done after like week 5.
That's speaking of which though, I've noticed though that time it's such a weird thing when you want to do something new because you're taking on a new career, right?
Right.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but time is weird. Every time I want to learn something new or start a new endeavor, or even like instead of usually I chill on this day and work on the computer, I want to clean the van. That takes up the entire day. It's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and I'm like, where the fuck did the day go? Like I didn't.
Yeah.
So anytime you pick one thing to do, you really have to be selective in what you pick and what you go out for because it'll take up a lot of your time.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
Which is why I've cut everything else out of my life.
Have you ended up like that's all you do pretty much now, ain't it?
Yeah.
Is the studying for it?
I go to work. I take care of the kid when I have to, and then everything else it's just all right. Well, I'm going to be in my study.
Yeah.
Is that where you do all the work? Is in your study?
Well, that's where I do my studying. Yeah.
In the place
I don't know if I want to do my actual work in there though.
Yeah.
So fix up the cabin shed.
Oof.
That'd be my workplace. Or I'll just sit in the garage, huff gas.
Yeah, that's
see
right.
what I can accomplish.
Might make it more enjoyable.
Shit.
For sure.
Feeling pretty lethargic out here. Some fresh air. That's it's odd, man, because I try to explain that to people when they text me and like when I do something. I'm like, as much as I want to, like I really want to learn these programs and other forms of editing or shooting or whatever. Yeah. And it's so hard to balance. Like I don't remember how I used to do a bunch of things when I was younger.
I know how you did.
How?
You would actually just hang out with people and do shit. And you only thought that you were learning things and developing skills.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but personally, I would do that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm learning this. I'm working on this. I'm doing that. No.
Yeah.
I was only kind of doing it.
It's changed since you actually been doing it, though,
Yeah,
right?
like once you dive into something and actually do it. Fowler asked if I wanted to go to Common House because I think yesterday was their last day, which is a shame because it's a glorious place.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, man, I gotta study and do shit. And he was like, all right, on, man, I'm taking some classes too.
Oh.
It's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
Damn it.
cool.
So, I learned that little nugget about Fowler in that moment. So, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
It's probably. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He's still hoping that he'll make it as a successful porn director
Oh,
before
yeah.
he finishes his classes.
I believe in him.
He's like, this will be way better if I can do that.
I'm putting all my prayers and energy into that happening for him.
Hell yeah.
I look at all those Instagram photographers, and they got, they're posting their stuff up, getting like editing tips from other guys. I'm like, you're just posting that picture of that girl so you can my picture's better than your picture. Look at this girl that I did. Like, it's such a creepy place to go, but
yeah, it's like they're
I wanna be
collecting
there.
people.
yeah,
Which I'm fine with.
people. Yeah, put them up on their mantle. Yeah, I didn't know if like for me, I'm a people pleaser. I don't think you are so much. I think it comes easier to be like, no.
I
and all
like
that
them to
stuff.
be pleased enough to where they make my life easier.
Yeah. That's and I don't mean that as a slight. I'm just saying, like, for me, it takes a lot when I have to say no to somebody for that reason. Like, I know it's like the editing and stuff. So unlike a career where you have a path and it's something you're working for. Like, I don't really know what it's for, but I know that I can't
editing.
stop thinking about it.
God.
Yeah.
Once you sent me the thing that you were working on with the building rendering or whatever, I immediately thought of like the History Channel and shit.
Yeah.
And like their 3D things that they do in between. And it was like,
Yeah.
God, this looks better than that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could easily jump in with that and just be better than them.
I
Hell
had a
yes.
video I meant to send you when you said not with that History Channel shit.
Yeah.
I swear, man, one of the reference videos I have, it is exactly like you're talking about, man. It's so fucking like obviously like with a computer, and the animation is just done terribly. It's just put together and shit. I was like, this is what he's
They have
talking
like
about.
a Lego building and a plane
Yeah.
that someone throws at it.
And you could tell somebody just went,
This is horrible.
no, the shit that you're doing, it's kind of exciting. I feel like I don't know how much you can actually do like with lighting and stuff of like when you film it
Yeah.
to overlay with the stuff to like mix it and things. But, I feel like it would be kind of cool, I thought, if you would kind of create a world that's somewhat artificial but real,
Yeah.
Hell
And
yes.
that could be fun. Because then you could like make your own appearance of things. And then even if the content itself sucks,
Yeah.
people are like, oh man, I like looking at this.
Visually
I've never
appealing.
seen anything like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everything's like customizable to like the number, man. It's insanity how much you can do with lighting. But the hard thing is like when you're doing a fantasy world or something that doesn't exist where you can reference and be like, oh, light bounces that way on that.
Yeah.
It is like a trial and error thing because you have to figure out like on your world that you're building, like how does light pass through materials and bounce off objects, and
Yeah.
how's the atmosphere on that? Is it methane or is it oxygen, or it's just so weird, man. The 3D industry has come a long way.
You got a methane heavy environment.
Yeah.
That's
But
kind of cool though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely cool.
I just have a
That would be
hard.
stressful, I think.
I think that portion of it for
You
sure.
get bogged down in details super easy.
Yeah. It
Immediately.
might be a different like mindset that comes with it, like
That's what
Ian
I was
Hubert,
gonna
yeah.
say. There's no way I'd be able to do that. There's too many parts. I'd have to like write everything. Like I need like a list of everything I'd have to think about.
It's like 5 pages for like a 7-second shot.
Absolutely, yeah. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh fuck it, I'm not even doing this.
That would just
Yeah.
make me like I would minimize everything. Like,
Yeah.
It would just be so minimal. Like,
Yeah.
all right, here's a dude
Yep.
in a box.
It's just a tree. All right, I made a tree. We're moving on.
Get them clouds out of there.
But that's my hardest thing, man. Being around, I find that I think I am a little bit introverted in that sense because like being around customers, it drains the shit out of me. I love it at the time. I'm trying to exert myself, and then I get home. I'm like, God damn, dude, it's rough. But saying no to somebody, oh, you might as well like cut my arm off, dude. I ask her.
Yeah.
I feel so bad about it. But it, when you're doing so, you have to learn to say no. But it's so hard for me to just be like, nope, I got to do these things, man. I hate it. And I feel like, the 3D stuff and cello for that matter, it's just not good enough of an excuse. You got to have, like you're doing a career. So I'm like, that's a career. You know what I mean?
Career cellists out there.
Yeah.
Not that you're going to be one,
No.
but you could be a career editor.
Yeah, I'll go for that. No, I've not progressed at all.
And then
so.
you could be in like an interview and be like, I played cello, and then everyone will be like, oh my God, he's dope. Let me hear him play cello, and then you could
go
play
squeak,
cello.
squeak,
dude.
squeak, squeak.
It's like it's tangible, but it's the intangibles. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
There's only so many Yo-Yo Ma's in the world.
You'll be.
I think there's one right now.
Adam Ma. right
And
now.
literal as fuck. Oh, shit. Yeah, but I was wondering how that was going and like putting your other stuff aside, especially with a kid, man.
That's cool.
Who tries to change their career like right when they have a newborn?
Well, thankfully Casper's really helpful.
Shit, yeah.
So is Pam. Friday I came home from work and nobody was there. Pam had taken him to her house and I was like, here, get some time. It's like, all right.
That's awesome.
But she also left the laundry room door open and the dog ate the cat food. but what give and take.
Give
I
and
guess.
take, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it's if it wasn't for people around helping out, I'd be fucked.
That's what it is, man.
I tried one day to actually accomplish shit while I was watching him.
Oh yeah.
No, I couldn't focus for shit.
He has to be asleep to
Yeah.
accomplish anything. Yeah.
I kept trying to get him to go to sleep, but then I could tell he could just sense my frustration. No. And then it just made him more resistant.
Yeah.
And then eventually I was like, all right, fuck it. Let's hang out, man. And then he was fine.
Yeah.
And then,
Just wants the attention, man.
yeah, he's like, just hang out with me, Dad.
Yes.
Like, you fucking bitch. I will, but I'm not happy about it.
I don't want to do this.
After about an hour, I was like, yeah, man, we're just hanging out, broing out, man.
That's getting out of the like when I make a decision to do something else, like you said, like taking care of the kid. Not that it's the same, but I'm just saying.
It might be.
Like I'm mad that it's taking my attention away from the thing, but once I've made the decision to do something different, I'm like, all right. Once I'm in the groove, I'm like, all right, cool, I can do this all day.
Yeah, you just got to remap what you're doing.
Yeah. That's right. Sometimes it's fucking rough, dude. Ask her. It's hard to pull my attention away. If I can't get that one thing finished, like the light just doesn't hit something right, I'm like, fucking want to sit here forever, and I'm like, have to drag me away from the son of a bitch.
You'll get it though eventually.
Eventually.
It always ends up right.
Eventually.
Or the way you want it anyway.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine though having a kid. Cause I don't know if you'd fucking like do that. Probably take on all the, like give me a little break.
Yeah, I mean,
that.
if I had to, for sure.
Yeah. You'd kill them either way.
If I
One of
had
the
to be
two.
a parent, I'd be the best parent. But, I don't want to do that.
Nothing's popping out of that uterus. Except the uterus itself.
Get it out of there.
Get it
Yeah,
out.
the uterus is the only thing that's going to pop out of it.
Inside out like a sweater. A uterine sweater. Casper has a new job. So,
Yeah.
she's learning that, but she has the luxury of doing it at work.
Yeah, where
Away
they
from
actually
the
teach them.
child.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Is she
how I was.
enjoying it?
Yeah. She doesn't hate it.
Yeah.
And her health benefits are like way better
Way
than mine.
better.
Oh, yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
costs less, it's cooler, so I'm gonna switch
You
over.
to get on hers? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It makes a huge difference, man, when the shit. Like, I don't think you would use the health insurance as much if it's good and you like the place you work. Generally, if you're happy, you don't have as many health problems. You know, you're not as dog shit to your body.
Unless you just sit around and eat hot fries all the time, which comes with
beautiful.
happiness.
Well, you're talking shit to me.
Dude, that does come with
Yes.
happiness. I feel. There's a what is that? A Sonic commercial where he's like, I got us whatever it was. A milkshake was medicine to him or some shit.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
He was like,
seen
this
that.
is like medicine. And he was all happy and shit. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that's true for some people, man. Like, okay, so if I'm going to take ice cream away from you because it's detrimental to your health, and it makes you worse off because you really enjoy that. Like, it's kind of a give or take. You got to have the bad stuff sometimes to be good.
Yeah. Well,
Sometimes.
plus, you know, I mean, everybody's dying.
Everybody,
I went to the break room the other day and I got some snacks, Red Bull, and a bag of hot fries.
Yeah.
And Derek was in there and he was like, you know, stuff's gonna kill you. I was like, yeah, I know. Everything's killing us.
Everything.
Even an apple will help kill you. So, you know, it doesn't matter.
what?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm a firm believer that it's your attitude on things. I mean, as long as you're doing it in moderation, like,
Yeah.
you know, the donuts bring me such joy,
Yeah.
and I think it's doing well for my soul to eat these damn donuts.
Yeah, dude.
Every
Yeah.
bite brings me great joy.
Everybody.
I had 3
Everyone.
cronuts for breakfast.
Yes, dude. I'm sure if I continue to eat 5 of them a day, it's not going to be good. But if I ate only 1 of them a day,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be a big
You
deal.
treat it like a treat. It's just
Yeah.
cool.
Instead, it's a snack constantly. It's a constant snack. You know?
I didn't realize, like, well, I did realize it, but I ignored it, right? That I am a very impulsive, do it to the max kind of person. When it came from, like, you know,
What?
drugs and then to that, I'm like the energy drinks. Every time I open one, which is like 10 times a day, if not more sometimes,
Yeah.
right? I'm always like, I'm definitely going to have a heart attack. With as much as I get shocked and then the energy drinks and then whatever else, I'm like, I'm going to like die soon and it's going to be like of a heart attack for sure. And every time I pop one, I'm like, fuck it, we got to die anyways. But then when I think about it hard enough, I'm like, I hope it doesn't hurt. Like, I think it's really the only thing we fear is
Heart
like,
attack is absolutely going to hurt.
but only for a little bit, right?
Well, I mean, there
you're
have
dead.
been a few examples where people don't feel.
Yeah,
They're like,
they're
what is
asleep and
happening?
shit.
But that's
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's rare.
Generally, it's going to hurt.
It really
There's
locks
a-
you up tight.
There was a dude, he was an engineer guy at the building I used to work at. And he had one. I was like, did it hurt? He's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
He's like, I couldn't move.
Oh, yeah. Some people feel like just nauseous and they're like, I gotta go to the doctor. And then they're like, you had a heart attack.
Some people feel like there's an elephant sitting on them.
Yeah, man. It's going to be rough.
It's like sharp pain.
Sometimes that's just a Baba Yaga.
But it's funny what we can overlook in light of our impulses are just the want to have a snack or something that you enjoy, the texture when you eat it or the sugar of it, whatever. And it's amazing what we can overlook. But when you dig deep and you're like, oh, man, when it, you know, a heart attack's going to hurt like that. You know, I've seen people go out like, it's going to hurt. Mm-hmm. But only for a little bit and then you're dead. But still that thought is like, well, fuck, then that's forever. Damn, like maybe I should stop. And then, you know, 10 minutes later, I open another one. But
Death isn't so bad. It's just the dying that
the
sucks.
dying part, yeah.
You do what Norm MacDonald suggests and attack your heart first.
Yeah. Wrangle it up. Get over you little bitch.
Yeah, I was looking at a record of his, like, was it Hitler's dog?
Yeah.
Something, yeah. But on eBay, one was going for like 200 something.
Damn.
Another was going for like 500 something. But then if you hop on Merch Bar, it's on back order, but you can get it for like $20.
Jesus,
No
people.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I see that a lot. Like people
Yeah.
try to put it for a lot, like on Amazon or eBay.
Yeah.
And then you just look somewhere else. And it's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
reasonable.
Bro, I told her because we've shopped on like Marketplace. I'm looking for like a PC, right? And it amazes me what people think their shit is worth.
Yeah.
God forbid somebody made it that died and their country ass is like, well, we're gonna shoot that price up. They're fucking like, it amazes me what people think their shit's worth. They're like, I had it for 10 years.
Yeah.
When I bought it, I made $3,000 to buy it. I'm just looking to get my money back.
I can't come down from 2,500.
It's fucking crazy. Every time, I swear to God, it doesn't
Yeah.
fail. They're
Got
like,
stains and shit all over it.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
used to
sure
see
what
that a
they
lot
are.
working at buybacks.
Yeah.
Oh,
You see
yeah.
that people would come in, they're like, "Oh man, I paid
Man.
$20 for this 7 years ago, and it's scratched. I'll give you $1."
yeah. I swear, man, it amazes me how much or how often it happens with everything you look up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But I don't know if people like start it that way to see if it get a higher price because they put high. No, I think they're just dumb and they're like, well, I paid a
Yeah.
lot, so I need to get a lot. In the story, like,
Yeah.
your
Hell
shit's
yes.
not worth that much.
Plus, if you get somebody that doesn't like confrontation, you say, "Oh well, I'm worked up. You're not gonna say no to me."
Worked up. You say it to them.
Yeah.
To the face.
Look at me, I'm worked up, and I know what I got.
Oh, shit, man. Somebody needs to, like, take these people. Oh, what I told her is they need to have on these selling websites and shit to have, like, a direct comment section to be like, fucking for real. That's
Yeah.
all you got to put
Yeah.
on most of them and be like, are you out of your fucking mind?
That'd be kind of cool to have like a pawn stars kind of thing, like on YouTube, but it's live.
Yeah.
And then you could just like watch in the comments. I think it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'd go and watch.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Live commentary on these dumbasses. But, it's whatever. And you're right. They're like, oh, I won't move. Like, somebody wants you to knock $100 off, and they're just like, nope, won't move. And then it's on there. Swear to God, we've done this before. I put in a bid, and then they're like, nope, can't take no less, whatever. I'm giving them $100. Fucking 10 months later, they'll drop it by $100, $200. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
told you, bro.
Like, yeah, because no one's going to pay that for that.
Oh yeah. You could have made more, but I guess you knew what you had.
Is it, you think it's because we're all sentimental over the shit that we buy, or is it just greed, or is it just being sentimental over the items that we buy?
I think sentimentality, greed, and greed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Where you're, yeah, I
And
can
a
see
little
that.
bit of, if you don't ask for it, you won't get it. So I think,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if I don't ask for this high price, I won't get it. So don't undervalue yourself.
Same people will be like, what shit? Hungry mouths don't get fed. Oh, quiet mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
So you
That
can go into
saying.
Best Buy. Hey, can I help you find anything? Oh, I'm trying to get my dick sucked. Sir, we don't have that here. It never hurts to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought I'd put it out there.
What about
We need to
anal?
get the cops here. Yeah.
I mean, I've worked with a few guys that were like, hey, this is how they would pick up women, is just to ask straight up, like no date, no nothing, just ask. And they were like, eventually you ask 10 to 20 people, one's going to say yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually. It might not be the one you really want, but it's one that will do it.
They're like,
so,
at least you're getting fucked.
yeah. It baffled me how often those guys were just like, whatever. It baffled me how often the young cats that would work, I was probably like, 25, 26. And these dudes would just hop up. They were like, man, I don't have nothing to do tonight. And they'd get on Instagram, find some lady. And I'm only pointing this out because it's around most of guys at the time. And then, within 15 minutes, they got a phone full of naked pictures and like a date and all this other shit. And I'm like, where'd the fun go in the relationship,
Yeah.
Where'd that
Well,
like
I don't know what kind of relationship you're going to get out of that.
fucking make them chase a little bit,
Nope.
No,
Not at
just
all.
straight up. You can have it. Wild shit, man.
I was thinking about something and I forgot what it was.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm interested.
Was it Lex Luger?
Yes. It was Lex Luger, man. The narcissist.
Oh my God, what a fucking! Oh, he's like legitimately that character in real life.
We were
Well, I
watching
don't know
that
about
thing,
that.
and
Come
he
on,
was
man.
such a whiny ass bitch.
Is he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
my
Oh,
God.
okay.
Huge.
Yeah,
Wow.
I couldn't get over how much of a baby he
I
was.
thought he was a really good actor.
Oh yeah,
No.
no.
I'm not even buff.
Now he seems like, of course, now he's like old and shit. He seems a little less, but
But he
he's
still
just,
has it though, right?
Yeah, but just like nothing was ever good enough. Like everything's always messed up.
Man, I
It's,
forgot to even watch for those. It's like he lost his legs and he found Christ, and now he's a little more humble.
yeah, but not even by much. But yeah, there's a part where they're showing him like on the road, and one of the dudes was just like, after a week of being on the road with him, like I couldn't even be in the bus anymore. 'Cause he was just such a little bitch. He didn't say those words,
No,
but yeah.
But that's what he meant.
Yeah, absolutely. He
That's
was much nicer
unfortunate.
about it.
Yeah.
What that's
you,
about.
like she said, like when he got older, it was okay. But he still like even before they even mentioned all this stuff, I was like, man, he seems like those type of guys that they need to tell you everything they've done, like their accomplishments, and like that they did it to the fullest extent. Like you can't be better than them
Yeah.
at that thing. And I was like, God, I can't stand this fucking guy. And then it comes out, like, I mean, he just switched football teams like it was nothing because, like, he was playing for the Green Bay Packers. Like, I want to leave because they told me what to do.
Why?
or
Yeah,
something.
I don't. There's
wanted to
no
discipline
reason.
me.
Why would you leave the Packers?
Coach tried to coach me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want none of that.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
run to what yard line I want to run to.
That's just pretty
And
much.
one I want to.
That's what it sounded like.
That,
I swear.
that reminded me of. Did you guys know that Master P played 2 games in the NBA?
No.
No,
It was in the preseason, but
That doesn't matter.
Still counts,
The
right?
first was for the Hornets. He had
Yeah.
4 points, and the second game was for the Raptors, and he had 8 points.
Oh my god.
Did they ever say why didn't he continue that?
Oh, they cut him.
Oh, okay.
He sucked. They were like, physically, he can't keep up with these dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine, but yeah,
He probably should have done some training prior to.
yeah.
It amazes me at how
Oh, I can't
much.
run the court with my tank.
It amazes me how much it takes to be an athlete at that level. In baseball, wrestling.
Oh, come on,
really
not
anything.
baseball.
Well, baseball, I would say, is the only one that I can honestly say that no.
But every other one, you're right.
Yeah, I get so sick of people watching baseball. I'm like, when you go to their house and they want to talk to you about MLB and shit, like, give up the glory days. You suck dick, and so does that sport.
Oh,
I like the sport. Don't get me wrong.
He really enjoys baseball.
Yeah, I love playing it, and so I think
let's get
it's
some
the best
hate
sport.
mail going for Adam.
It's the best sport ever fucking made. I love it. Played it since I've been, old enough to swing a bat. But I will say that it is the most boring sport ever televised.
What about the tension?
What?
The tension
every
being
now
down
and
in the
then?
count? God damn.
But you got to watch 9 whole or
No
Storm
possibly
clouds
12
are rolling in.
No one cares about the tension.
You're
Because
late
there
in the
isn't
season.
any.
storm clouds rolling in.
There's no tension.
Oh, this is getting tight.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, but no, baseball is one of those ones. I think even tennis is much more enjoyable to watch, and I don't really give
Yeah,
a shit.
because shit's happening all the time.
Only
Yeah.
if the sound quality's good.
You got them good sounds.
Yeah, I like it whenever a racket hits the ball. Like,
Oh,
that sounds
yeah.
awesome.
Pleasing.
But
It's a good
so
sound.
I like that sound. That golf. That's another one I can't stand to watch, man.
I'd rather watch golf than baseball.
Really,
Yeah.
I would say probably golf than baseball. Maybe.
I was thinking the only reason I would watch golf is if I was watching it with Thos. And then I thought, well, I'd be fine watching golf or baseball with him, so I don't have a
Yeah.
preference.
Yeah, that's a rough one. They're kind of run a fine line. So if you gotta watch one or the other, just fucking pick, man. Like,
Baseball, you could just watch like a highlight reel and be good to go. 'Cause
Oh,
then
yeah.
at least it's like a little exciting.
Yeah.
You
At
can
least
see-
with golf, you just look at the scorecard at the end and you say, okay, did anybody go in the water? I want to see that.
anybody hit 100-yard putt? I want to see that too.
That's a big ass green.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. But it takes a lot of effort. Baseball, I agree with that. But
Good yard.
do you think golf takes that much? Like somebody once said that Tiger Woods, or I guess he said it, he could bench press 300 pounds. I'm like, what for? Why would you need that in that sport? What are you bench pressing? Like your the caddy before the swing?
Well, that's how you do a tiebreaker. Whoever can bench the most.
Bench him. Oh shit.
Well, you know, I mean, you don't want to hit the ball hard, so
Oh, it takes
Yeah,
a
the
little bit
buffer
on
you
that.
are, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But
Or
still,
maybe he just did it for himself. He
Yeah.
just
know
likes to be
anything
able.
about sports.
He
No.
just likes to be able to bench 300.
I played a lot in so I bowled, wrestled, football, baseball in high school, and then baseball throughout my like childhood.
Yeah.
Bowling throughout my childhood. But the fucking thing is, I love playing them, but I swear to God, if somebody corners me in a fucking conversation about football or baseball or basketball again, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I don't understand what this is about, like the male dichotomy where they got to get together and be like, "Did you see the game?" No, I didn't fucking see the game. I'll never see the game.
Everyone's like, "You're a dude. You watch sports."
Yeah, you're a dude.
I hate it so
We
much.
could talk titties if you want, but
Yeah.
I didn't see the game.
That's like my dentist. because usually I can like dodge that conversation. Like, no, I don't really watch them, so I'm out of this conversation.
Hostage at the
My
dentist.
fucking dentist, man, he'll get my mouth full of shit, and then start up the conversation about U of L basketball, and I'm like, you know,
Tell me about plaque.
yeah. And then he tries to like relate everything in his in the thing to electric. He's like, you know, like when you're placing drywall on a thing and the sparkle and slip, whatever, you know.
Putting up drywall is like when you're in the red zone.
Oh, shit.
And that's the goddamn truth.
I swear every time I'm just like, what are you even
I wish
talking
he would
about?
say that.
That would
I mean,
be
like,
a better.
calm down, Bobby Knight.
That'd be a better
Jesus.
conversation, to be honest, man. I can't. I don't know. I don't have it in me. I can't do that. I'm like, do you want to go pitch out back? What are you trying to say to me? Like, you have a football that you'd like to throw? Like,
That'd be kind of cool.
I know if somebody carried it around and you'd be like, you want to not talk about it and let's throw this ball?
Be about it.
Be about. I was gonna say it. But
Like whenever I was like deep into sports, I did like talking stats and like, you know, what happened in the game and breaking it down. But
yeah.
now I don't
You
care.
do it now? Oh,
Like,
okay.
I'll watch the games. I think that's cool. And then like if the commentators are particularly charismatic,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But most of the time, no. It's just memorization and whatever. Now, if I were going to be a manager, great. Yeah. How many RBIs you got?
Right?
No.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I guess too, it's beneficial. Like, okay, if you're like, say you get in your new profession and you have people underneath you, and
Can we just
you
say
need,
it's data analysis? Because
I
I feel
can
like
say
people
that.
are going to think like I'm hooking or something.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't want to like. It was like so many words. I just said, well, profession or career.
You're trying to learn
Kinda
to
shortened
fuck
It is.
in your free
learn.
time.
Free time. But you have like, so that thing allows you one thing at least to like relate to other people. It's one of those neutral conversations, much like religion and politics is a no-go for like the workplace. That
I love
is
talking
one of
about
those.
that shit at work.
I can't, man. It is the best lesson ever taught. Like to not fucking go down that road with nobody. Let them
Yeah.
do like if they need to talk about it, get it off their shoulder and stuff. Do it, but
Yeah.
man, I can't even. I'm like, yep, okay, yeah, all right.
Man, one time I had as a desktop like the Mormon guy, John. Is it John Smith?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I had a picture of him one time as my desktop. Like I
shit.
don't remember why, but you know,
Why not?
one of the contractors that came in the building, he saw it. He got pumped.
Oh no
He was like,
shit.
"Oh yeah, John Smith."
Oh, no.
I was like, "What?" And then yeah, he started talking about like Mormonism and shit. And, like his
no.
wife was big into it, and it was actually a pretty cool conversation.
Hell
But
yeah.
Oh.
I didn't see it coming at all.
Out of
I
nowhere.
figured nobody's gonna know what this is, and if they do, what the fuck? But yeah, that's cool.
That's I went out to Bowman Field to take a few pictures of airplanes, and this guy on the way out, like he was parked beside me, but I was parked way out in the parking lot, so nobody noticed me because I was gonna try to sneak in and get a picture of the hangar, but I didn't. And he was waiting outside of his van, and
Self-control.
he cornered me in a conversation about like what the government does to us and all the control because of this sign that they had outside of Bowman Field. And I reluctantly, like, I followed him over to the sign because he wanted me to. He was like, come here, I'll show you. And I was like, all right, well, cool, I'm doing this.
Keep off lawn.
And he's like pointing at it and he's ranting, right? And I'm like, what are you even talking about? So the guy was German, and he owned the land in the airfield. And then the American government, after World War One, maybe. Anyways, doesn't matter. They
Either way, Germany was on the bad side.
they just commandeered Bowman Field. They were like, no, this is ours now. You can go back and wherever you came from, this is ours. That was it. That's what the sign said. Not that specifically, but
Okay.
yeah, they just commandeered it for whatever. I forget what it was, but yeah, just because they wanted it and they didn't want to. The German got to have it. But they made a sign that said that. Like I'm like, why would you put that out?
They're
for
proud
everybody
of
to
it.
see? Yeah.
Don't get strong armed.
The guy was really pumped, but that's another one where I was like, man, you're talking awfully loud, and it seems like we're gonna go down that road of like really Republican, like weirdly Republican.
Embrace it, man.
I was like, this is gonna get weird.
Did you say he was bitter?
Oh yeah, he was fucking bitter. Like it was crazy. But you know, he's all like, dude, fucking, you can't have nothing around here. He's like, your government's gonna take it. Watch your back. And I'm like,
Watch your
calm down, man. I couldn't wait to get away from him. He worked for oh shit, it was a data company like Spectrum or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild, man. I've never been cornered by an absolute stranger like that.
He couldn't wait. He's like, I tell as many people as I can whenever I can.
Yeah, it's like he just got done reading it.
Excuse me, sir. I'd like to talk to you.
The government does jack shit.
Yeah.
There was this ball. It was like a metallic kind of ball, the size of like a soccer ball or whatever. Mm-hmm. But there was no seal or anything. Like it was just uniform. Like it hadn't been closed off or anything. And these people had it, and like it would roll around like it had free will.
That's
like
creepy.
It wasn't ruled by gravity or anything. You know, you didn't have to push it. It would just follow you. And word got out about it. The government came by. They're like, we want to look at it, make sure it's not nuclear. And they're like, okay, but we want it in writing. Are you going to give it back? And they're like, okay, we'll give it back. So they gave it back. And then eventually they took it.
Yeah, I was going to say they broke in that night and took it. Yeah.
They're like the guy at the park that takes your ball. And it's like, let me see that ball. That's pretty cool. And he never gives it back.
They gave him a replacement. Like a ball that looked like
Get the fuck
the
out
thing.
of here. Yeah.
Because everybody was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And yeah.
So like, here's a tennis ball, or soccer ball is what I meant. Sorry, here's a soccer ball. Yeah, enjoy this. They spray painted it silver.
Yeah. Scrape away the paint.
Yeah.
Like, get fucked.
It doesn't roll anywhere. It just sits.
It's like, what do you make of the shit that has been shot down in the last few days?
Oh, I don't know. I figure my first thought is it's probably just more like spy shit.
Right. Spy shit.
You know.
I love spy shit.
You know, all that spy shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, I want it to be like aliens.
Yeah.
It's probably not. It's probably spy shit. Fucking China. You know? Or I guess it could be someone other than China, but it seems more likely that it's China since they're the ones that we've been shooting down.
This is my thoughts on, or the thing I get from wrestling, right? When you see it as a whole, and like how Vince McMahon
what?
brought up, like
Are you changing the subject?
no, it's kind of along the same line. You got to
Gonna
follow
make
it a little
tie
bit.
Together.
No, yeah,
Bring it all back.
about them taking the ball and stuff. I'm sorry, I am kind of taking it back to that, but anyways, so it dawns on me like the capitalist system creates this type of situation. So I'm gonna break it down. So Vince starts off and he owns a little section, and then you have all these mom and pops, Memphis wrestling, and then there was a bunch of territories, right? And they all had little ones. Vince like buys up, he gets a little traction, he's gaining, he gets a little bit more money, he starts buying up these things, right?
Right.
And then he gets in war with another bigger company. So they're two corporate companies, WCW, and then you had WWF. All right, yeah.
It was WWF then.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you have these two people,
Still
right?
is in my heart.
That's right.
And so they have a product, and it's the wrestling and whatever, right? But so do all these other mom and pops. Well, here's the thing. So you have two corporate companies like, look, we got to make it to where it's only you and I talking to the other corporate company.
Yeah.
So then they start like offering these people, well, they start putting them out of business really, but they're offering them a little bit of a buyout. At least you get something for your nothing, right? And then so now it's two corporate companies warring, like happens a lot in America. You have two
McDonald's and
corporate
BK
companies.
Lounge.
Yeah. So they're battling, right? They're battling, and then you have this one. It's like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I want it all, right? So much like Amazon or something like that, they just continue. Like once you gain so much traction, you have so much money, you're unstoppable at a certain point in the capitalist system, right? So he's like, and all they needed is a time slot. So they got the time slot, and then they fucking like put WCW out of business, right? Now it's only Vince McMahon with WWF. generally speaking, there are a little, you don't hear about them. Anyways, what I'm saying is, so they're this large ass company. They're making all the money, treating their employees like shit. Fucking any corporate company in America, this is what happens, right? They get that big, fucking like Amazon. So then that person's like, you can only watch one form of wrestling, which is WWF. Like, that's it. It's the only thing around. It's on TV, it's televised, whatever. Right. So then that guy was like, you know what? I'm going to make another product. But that secondary product is just like the first product, and it goes back to the singular corporate company, right? And then he's like, well, I'll create another one. So now I got like 3 little things that you feel like are different, but they're not. They go to the same place, made by the same person, and they generally like taste like shit, and they're all like overproduced and all that shit, right? So then you have this one guy, like, where do you go from there? Like, now nobody can get into the industry or gain traction outside of WWF. The employees don't have anywhere to go or any recourse or anything like that. So you have a corporate company that takes over like that. That is America in a nutshell. That's how we've gotten to where we're at. We just, started with the Indians, and then we just went on from there. Like, then we started battling with ourselves because we couldn't fucking had time on our hands.
Always.
But it comes from that, like that take mentality, that the pie is mine, we don't share it type shit,
Yeah.
But
so
that's
it's
what
eventually going to be the United States of the president.
Yeah. No shit. Yeah.
This is all mine. Look at my big ass White House lawn across 50 states.
A big lawn.
Yeah.
Gotta take forever to cut.
Yeah. And that's all anybody in America does.
Just cut the lawn all
Cut
day.
the grass, damn it.
But that's it dawned on me after watching it and seeing the picture as a whole, explained a couple of times throughout episodes. I was like, it's exactly what happens in our system. And then you're tricked into believing that you have a choice, and you have options, and you have a way out, and you have all this other stuff. But it's fictitious.
But
much
now there
like,
is AEW.
Are they like, how big are they?
Oh, they're quite large.
Yeah, they're pretty big. I mean, they're definitely not WWE, but
Right.
they're
But,
decently
yeah.
large for
They have
sure.
a pretty hardcore following, and they tend to actually do quite well.
That's
the
what,
brand
okay.
new of wrestling.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking that is going to happen, not only with wrestling, but with Amazon and Facebook and all these things, right?
Yeah.
So once you get to that level, right, and like the food companies, all that shit, you get to a certain level, and people start to notice. They're like, it's all the same product, and I'm tired of buying from this one corrupt fuck, right?
Yeah.
So then they're like, all right, well, bring the fucking mom and pops back. Let's start them. I'll buy from them, right? AEW. So then you start like cultivating that. So it's just an endless cycle, if you will. But the people want the corporate company. They want it easy, and they want whatever. And then they're like, miss the hard, workup, the hard, like going to the store and buying something, and they like having choices that are naturally appealing instead of like manufactured to be appealing,
Yeah, you get tired of the manufactured, but at least the manufactured is reliable. Like, you know what you're getting.
right.
And then with the mom and pops gone, anybody could just kind of start one up, but you don't know if it's good, so you don't want to waste your money on it.
Yeah.
And then they don't even get off the ground. Which is what happened with Common House.
Yeah.
What country will be AEW? Like in this example with America being the WWF, like who will attempt to dethrone us?
What
That's a good question.
you could either ask what country or what group of people within the state. So there's two different things. What outside of the state and what could happen inside the state to change it is, I guess. But if I had to guess,
Okay, so Texas
yeah,
will just take over America.
yeah, it could be a possibility for sure. They're just like tired of it.
I think they're the only state that has a chance. Maybe Alaska, if they can get some stuff going, like in secret, like
Well,
in the
they can-
mountains or
Bad
whatever.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can withstand a lot more than that. I mean, you live in uninhabitable conditions sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be like trying to take Russia by land.
Yeah,
It's not gonna work out.
that's gonna be a rough one.
I don't know, like country
But
wise.
what country? Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to
Tijuana.
think it would.
No, Taiwan. I'm an idiot.
No, I mean, either
I
one.
like that
It's
more
funny,
though.
Yeah.
I don't know, Tijuana, man.
Yes.
Sorry, they do have a lot of crime there. The crime lords could just swoop in.
Let's go Mexico then.
No.
No,
Tijuana.
Tijuana. Just you're stuck.
You won
with
me
it.
over with that one. Because initially I thought, Russia or China, but there's a case to be made that they're not as strong as we once thought they were.
I know,
Nate,
that's
yeah,
exactly the conversation I just had with myself.
yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy.
It's and not only that, like it's insane to me that China is breaking down the way it is. But see, this is what I told you about, like America, where you feel as if you have choice, and you may have more than a communist state. But I think that's all like a facade. If I'm being like honest on my own opinion, I think it's a facade, if you will. So, but China's breaking down because their people realize like they don't give a fuck. They're gonna fuck it. They don't give a shit about us.
Well, plus they don't have their population is diminishing.
Wildly, yeah. A lot worse than it used to.
They had overestimated their economic standing, so that's kind of on a downturn.
Their economic. That's what I was gonna say. Like they built infrastructure in hopes to like, but it's not none of that. Yeah.
So I guess maybe Australia,
Mm.
if they have any kind of, do they have a military, or do they just kind of like
They
hang
have
out
to,
I
right?
don't
with
think
their like
so.
people-sized roaches and shit? Like, you want it, you could have it.
The roaches. That's who
Yeah.
just
That's
weaponized them.
Australia would be another one. That, I mean, do we want to fuck with those people? They've been dealing with human-sized roaches for the last 100 years.
Yeah, dude.
Australian Defense Force.
Well, that sounds ragtag.
Right.
Oh man, they got a cannon.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fuck with them.
Oh, that's like the only one in the whole country.
Yeah.
That's why the whole military's
Send in
around
the
it.
big gun.
Yeah, look. Now they're,
Gun.
they're out there in the water and shit. They're doing water training.
I like
Yeah,
the way you
dude.
said that.
They're definitely at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, they would take forever to get anywhere.
I just feel like Australia is so nice. Why would
Yeah.
they want to take us over?
I think
I just don't feel like they're
Russia-
fucked up enough.
Russia's another one, man. Look at what Ukraine is like. In my opinion, is handling them.
Yeah,
As long
they're
as we
not
can
coming
stay
for
away
us.
from the nuclear situation, right? Nuclear.
If it goes nuclear, it's over.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But something that's different, I told her that was different between Russia and America. Russia, for each base that they have that houses a nuclear weapon, they have generals for each base that make the final decision. Whereas in America, if the president wants it, orders it, it happens. Well, I'm sure if somebody wanted to step in, they'd be like, dude, put it away. Put it away.
Put it away.
Like, we don't
My
want to see
God,
that.
it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man.
What about Korea?
No.
South.
Okay, maybe.
Which one is like Kim Jong Il? We're gonna like fucking
South.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the motherfuckers are crazy.
I didn't realize. Well, I guess I did, but I didn't know how true it was. But they're fucking like you're not allowed to really leave that place if you're like someone to get to North Korea. No, like you can't go.
But I think I saw a headline where like his daughter, like Kim Jong Un's daughter, got a haircut,
Oh no.
and he was like, "If anybody else has this haircut, you have to change it."
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my god, I wish our father was like that.
How strange, man.
I was like the only one that's allowed to have long hair. That'd be amazing.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
How strange is that? I would
Very.
hate it. Like you gotta. There's no way he wakes up happy in the morning with himself.
How could he not?
And he's like, I can just do anything I want.
Yeah, it's like I'm glad something like that exists, but I'm also glad it's not here.
Oh yeah. What?
Fuckers and nuts.
I think about, whenever you think about your life and when you're like, it's super lucky that any of us are here and crazy that you're here in like this short amount of time on this infinite timeline, blah, 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 whatever. But then you think, I was lucky enough to be shot out of a nut sack, put into an egg, and then born. Like, how lucky is it to be in America where it's like, at least it's the best piece of shit out of all of them?
Where at least I
don't
know,
know, man.
I'm free.
You ever been to Switzerland?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Is it better or worse?
It's better.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's without a doubt, that's better.
Yeah.
They're
Of course, I was there briefly. It's not like I lived there. So.
right. Nah,
But
still
all the time.
firsthand.
Another one was where the clogs Holland.
Yeah.
Holland was another
I've
one
been
that
there. The place was dope too.
McDonald's workers make like $25, $30 an hour and shit. Full
Yeah.
benefits, time off.
Yeah.
Crazy.
How long is that gonna last though? Come on.
Forever.
They're gonna go out of business. It's too expensive.
Things have gotten too expensive.
Fuck America.
No.
Yeah, I hate
Just fuck
to.
American business.
Yeah.
I like our ideals.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
hate the reality.
For sure. That like it all sounds good on paper, but when you put it into action with people who abuse it and then don't allow other people to abuse it the way they are.
Right. Yeah. Only I abuse our system to my
Yeah,
advantage.
let's face it, man.
That's
It
the
is
kind of
a good.
president I'd be.
Do
Everybody
what I
else,
say,
queue up.
Not as I do. How you say when you say that, like your parents and shit? Do as I say, not,
Yeah,
as,
not
I
as
do.
I do.
Oh my god, eat
I
my
know.
dick.
Just make you want to fucking uppercut
I'm
him.
gonna need you to equip Air Force One with nukes.
Yeah.
Right now.
The second someone said that shit to me, I'd nuke them for sure. Do we have the baby nuke set up?
Baby,
The one that'll only take out one house? Thank
I'm
you.
eventually gonna hit Castiel with the do as I say, not as I do.
Don't
Oh,
you
yeah.
dare.
But it's gonna be about something just like inconsequential and stupid.
I don't
Yeah.
want tacos. I want pizza.
and eat a pizza right in his face while he has to eat a taco.
Yes.
Eat
Hell
the
yes.
crust first. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, that's the ideal behind it is amazing. The place is amazing. I like all that, but let's face it, we live in a really fucked up system, and one that you can be fucking outrageously rich off the backs of other people and not owe a single thing to them, and then really do what the fuck you want. Bill Gates is gonna do some crazy shit. I guarantee you.
I think
People
that-
say what they
I think
want.
that kind of shit's more of a failing on a moral level than it is a systemic level.
Oh yeah. So those people are morally bankrupt when they get in those positions, and then they just exploit it all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because look at and I'll probably be wrong, and then it'll come out, whatever, punch me in the face. But fucking what's his name? Warren Buffett, man, seems like a legitimate, like beautiful human being that just invested correctly when he was super young. Like he was young when he started.
Yeah.
So, and he still drives the same car. He's going to give his money away for not to his kids, but to society and all this other shit. Now he might be a fucking dick sucker, but it's seemingly he takes care of his people. He's nice to be around. He's a delight. He's a sweet old man.
Yeah, he seems cool.
Yeah, but Bill Gates, I think, is doing some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
He's
Like what?
making moves.
Well, they mapped out.
Buying up all the.
He's making
Yeah.
moves.
He bought out all this agricultural land, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with the guise of like, oh, we're just going to take over production, we're going to do this, that, whatever. And then so they mapped it out, whereas like all the territory that he built, and he bought land on the largest water aquifer,
Right.
in America. And then you have all this stuff coming out, which it's all conspiracy theory, really, but
Yeah.
you have all this stuff coming out where they're trying to control the food, which he is, in the sense of like production and getting it to you and all that. Water is being poisoned daily. There's been like 8 derailments, or what do they call them? They're disasters, but they're environmental disasters.
Right.
In the last like 3 weeks,
Right. But let's just say hypothetically, Bill Gates is a good dude.
Okay.
He buys land because he wants to grow crops.
Okay.
What do crops need?
Water.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
So, instead of working harder, he's working smarter.
Yeah,
Just,
and
like,
jumping straight
slap
to
the shit where the shit is.
And people have a tendency to jump to, especially like, the stuff that kind of he's been into or whatever, say he slipped or whatever and said some dumb shit. Like people have a tendency for rich people.
Epstein.
Yeah, for rich people, they're automatically like, you're going to fuck us over. You're into some weird shit.
Right.
You're a, child pedophile person, all that. So they have a tendency to demonize money or success.
Oh yeah.
Or a plan to do well for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So you never can tell.
No, because I tend to think like I like conspiracy theories, you know, and I can look at somebody and I'm like, I don't trust him. But it's just been my experience that a lot of the times whenever the general public seems to not trust somebody, it's like, is that really based on anything?
Right.
Because
yeah.
it feels like a lot of people base stuff just on oh, this
feeling.
guy's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's a real ass clown. He's got a lot of money.
People
Yeah.
really don't like people.
I wish
with
I had a
money.
lot of money.
Yeah.
But, you know, for being a jealous fuck, like,
Yeah.
what has he done?
Oh, and
Aside from hanging out with Epstein.
I guess on that basis, right? So I'm always, I always look for the conspiracy, and I love when somebody, makes you look at the other side like you do a lot of the times, and make me look at the opposite.
He's referencing Sarah.
Yeah,
That's me.
Sarah.
Hello.
So, I told, how long have I been saying it since we've been together that like, America's infrastructure itself is stuck in the 50s and 60s, or like stuck in this old time, and it hasn't been repaired. It's just been like bandages, and they never like build new I mean, look at some of the buildings around and traffic and roads. I mean, we're terrible on all accounts compared to somewhere like Switzerland or something that has great public transportation. And anyways, what I'm getting at, I'm tangent. So oh shit, I guess I lost the whole our infrastructure is bad to a certain point. So maybe it's not that these are planned disasters, which they may be by somebody else or the rich and famous, whatever. Maybe it's because our infrastructure has been stuck in a period of time that no longer works, and the shit is breaking down.
Yep.
Just so happens to break down in the worst, chemical plants and the largest amount of chemical transportation.
Well, and we know
units.
that one was, someone not doing their job because they wanted to make more money. They wouldn't.
Yeah.
They didn't want to have to stop some production. Essentially, they didn't want to stop the train from going.
Isn't that America?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just
Same
go ahead
thing.
and push it, even though I know I probably shouldn't.
Same thing that happened in the Gulf with the oil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Same thing that happened in Japan with their fucking nuclear shit, you know?
Is that true?
Oh.
No, I didn't know that.
Chernobyl.
No, that was
Oh.
that one
I
place.
know what you're
Ukraine.
talking about.
I can't think of what the hell it was called, but it was like 10, 11 years ago,
Yeah, it
maybe.
wasn't like 2013.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
But
Shit.
yeah, they had. It was easily preventable, but
Yeah.
instead they just didn't, because they were like, well, it'll be
It's not
fine.
going to happen.
It's the
Well-
same thing that happened to what is it, 3 Mile Island,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But they said that it's the same exact thing, but ours just didn't go that
far.
full. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Well, and that's part of the problem. We've discussed this before because he'll go places and he'll say, okay, well, this is the problem. They're like, well, I haven't had a problem until now. Like, so as in, it couldn't be the problem because it
No.
hasn't caused me an
yeah.
issue until
Always
now.
been good.
That's just ridiculous.
There had to be signs.
I'm so mad. It's Fukushima
Yeah.
nuclear disaster. Yeah,
Thanks, man.
2011. So
I think we need to change the policy on like a countrywide level where like if a company has like a terrible thing happen and we can look at it and say, oh yeah, this was negligence. We should slaughter the CEO like
Yes.
slowly on
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
I just say publicly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they should be.
Especially if they knew. Oh, sorry. I felt like I kept interrupting. Go ahead.
They should be shut down for a period of time. So it should be
Well, yeah,
something.
you got to find a new CEO.
Absolutely. I mean, not just like a small fine. No one,
Yeah.
fucking big companies don't care about a $250,000 fine. It means nothing to them. You should shut them down for 30 days? That
At
would
least.
fuck them
At the
up.
very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one would want that to happen.
And then hit them with the, but you still have to pay your employees.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they'd be like, fuck, okay, we're going to do everything by the book, make sure everything's safe because it wouldn't be worth it to allow things to still run.
Yeah.
It's
No,
absurd.
Yeah, there should be bigger consequences for sure.
It's like I could just knowingly.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's like I could just knowingly ruin shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, Oh yeah, it's gonna cost you $5.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. I don't give a fuck. I got a bunch of $5.
So so I can break more.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem we have, man. Is like they jump through hoops to find loopholes in the system and to pay out the least amount possible, right?
Yeah.
And they don't take care of the disaster. They put on this show to make you feel like they've taken care of it. In reality, it comes out later they never did.
Yeah,
they
of
didn't
course.
plan on it.
Let's just go on the news and assure the people that it's been addressed.
How
What do you
often
think,
are you seeing that?
like with the conspiracy style, that the Ohio train thing, and people are like, oh yeah, it's like that Netflix thing, white noise or whatever,
White noise is what it
and
was.
where some of the extras like are actually the people that live there.
I didn't know
and-
that.
Yeah, and like it takes place like there.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that part I knew, but I didn't know some of the extras.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
white noise
So
is
they're
the
like,
thing.
I was
Wild.
just in a movie about this.
Yeah.
Which was based on a book that was written like 10 years ago or some
That's
shit. And
crazy.
it's like, what is it? I mean, do you think maybe they wrote it based on a probability?
Ooh.
Or do you think there's some shit afoot?
Look,
I don't know, because I thought it was
up,
too
beautiful baby?
coincidental.
let's put it this way: the 3 Mile Island disaster, right? What was it? A month before it happened, they had a movie come out, and they called it the China incident, right, or the China reaction, or
Yeah,
whatever.
something like that.
That wasn't the name of the movie. That's what happened to the nuclear facility because it's so hot that it burns a hole all the way to China. Is what it breaks down to. But so they make this movie, and it's exactly the thing that happens in the movie happens in real life, and they shot it in the fucking place.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And nobody, like, everybody just used the term they use, and nobody put 2 and 5 together and was like, they just made a movie about this.
this is
No.
clearly 4. Come on.
I wonder what that is, man.
Illuminati.
I can't tell
Mostly.
if it's recording or not.
Oh, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Illuminati.
Illuminati. Oh man, on Instagram, the Illuminati got at me.
Shut
They're
up.
like, "Hey, download the WhatsApp and we'll get you the codes." And I'm like, "Why don't you just tell me without it? Because if you
Yeah.
have to use WhatsApp, you're pretty lame." And he was like, "Oh man, well, we can talk through here if you want." I was like, "All right.
Yeah.
What do you got? What do I have to do to get the cars and the house and stuff?" And he's like, "Oh, we need to get your information and you
You
need to
gotta
be
give us
initiated.
so many money.
we need so many money." And I was like, "Well," and then I just stopped talking to him.
Hell yes.
I was there's a lot of people on like eBay and shit and Alibaba, like Express, and you can buy shit, whatever.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, we like to, instead of pay the fees in eBay or that, we like to handle it in WhatsApp and then like Apple Pay or really anything, Cash App. And it's like the number one scam that people fall for, and they'll send you like a brick in the mail and shit. It's crazy.
Well, at least you got a brick.
Hell
got a
yeah.
break
Sit that
from a
shit
different country.
outside. If it happens enough, maybe you can build something.
I got screwed over 7 times. I built a footrest. A very uncomfortable, wobbly footrest.
You could build, they
Expensive.
make those squatty potties. You could make one out of bricks to put that shit in the bathroom and you could poop better.
Squatty potty. Squatty
Yes.
potty, water potty.
Come on now.
Come on with it.
Oh, now. Even getting scammed is good. You get a squatty potty out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Brick potty.
the only thing to it, which is a terrible disaster, and it was in a terrible spot because it's going to leach into the Ohio. And it's
No,
not,
no, it's fine.
we don't
They
downplay
said the
that.
water's safe.
Yeah, no,
air's safe.
they
It
give
must
you a
be
thumbs
true.
up.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, man, like you could sit back, you could make videos about it, you could talk about it, you could do all this stuff. It will continue to happen 100% if you don't take
The lives of the CEOs.
Yeah. But you literally have to take like massive action to stop the shit from happening. And how many people, even though it happened to their town, they're not going to do anything for it. Like, I mean, they're not, they're
Because, I mean,
going to,
they can't.
yeah, they're going to whine and cry and shit like that. But to make change on a global level like that is going to take, they're not going to do it. There's not enough people that like give a shit enough or that are willing to cross lines with the government, I
Yeah,
guess.
no.
You know, you got to cross lines sometimes. Not start a riot at the
You got to get a little rough with them.
yeah, but you do have
Well, and
to.
you know, you can like write your Congress people and say this shit can't happen. Like
You can kick in their doors without swarming the Capitol.
you could kill their CEOs
Ah.
without swarming the Capitol.
Leave their pets alone.
Yeah, I don't know if it will ever change. I think it's going to get really bad before it ever changes. But that's on most
Yeah.
things.
Well,
What
yeah, I mean,
happened?
I'd say like comparing it to like personal existence. You know, like there were many times in life I wouldn't make a change until it was to the point where like I
You had
am
to.
fucked.
Yeah.
I have to. So you know, I mean, they're
Almost
human. They
always.
probably operate the same way.
I'd say most people don't change until their back's against the wall.
Even
That's
then, they
why.
only change long enough to slip away.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's why The Rock says, wake up every morning and put your
It doesn't
back
matter
against
what
the
the Rock says.
Perfect. That
Let's
is
see
what he
some
says.
tacos.
Yeah, is it that time, taco time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tacky time.
Is that time, taco time?
Tacky time, tacky time.
Grey's Anatomy time.
Grey's
That's
Anatomy
right.
time.
About to find out what
Grey's
happens
Anatomy.
Gonna
on this
die
next
today.
episode.
It's like two of my favorite things in life all at once.
Yeah.
Grey's.
All. Two.
All two at time.
All two at times.
Many money.
Yeah, man. We apologize for the break, but you know,
But
our
also
episodes
suck
may start going down to a lesser degree. That way, we can give you better content.
Do other shit.
May's ass. We're gonna do less.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send us money.
Send us money.
Send us many money,
Money.
or we'll kill
Monies.
you.
Yeah. Don't get killed.
No, but we do appreciate you tuning in. If you've not seen us in a while, here we are.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for coming. I'm Adam. That's Ian. This.
Yeah. I'm
Oh, I
Sarah.
fucked that up. Yeah, I guess it really don't matter if you're listening to
It
it.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. Who cares?
I'm Adam. That's Ian.
It's all the
That's
same
Sarah.
blood.
Yeah. And this is episode 159 of the Wildly Uninteresting Podcast.
You want my blood? Take my blood. The negotiator.
Wildly Uninteresting Podcast.